The docking bay of the Varkan dreadnought was a cathedral of metal, towering pillars of alloy, air thick with ionized hum, and rows of armored warriors standing with military precision. Their helmets glowed with scanning runes, assessing the lone human escorted between them. Akron, the Varkan commander, peered down at the tablet in her clawed hand. Biometric scan complete, the unit AI reported. Designation human. Threat level low. A ripple of irritation moved through the Varkan ranks. Low threat? This was the creature who had walked through the debris field of an entire platoon? This was the being who had entered their perimeter unharmed? Akron narrowed her reptilian eyes. Run it again. The scanners pulsed, an eerie blue ring encircling the human. Again, the result flashed. Threat level low. Physiology fragile. Potential danger negligible. The human, Marcus Hale, tilted his head, amused. You guys rely too much on those sensors, he said lightly. A murmur traveled through the warriors. Humans were supposed to be primitive, their strength biological, their weapons crude. Yet somehow, this one had been captured after defeating an elite patrol. Akron stepped forward. Human, you are to be questioned. Attempt resistance, and we will neutralize you. Marcus shrugged. Try. Not a taunt. Not aggression. Just a statement of fact that made several Varkan uneasy. Protocol among the Varkan was simple. If a prisoner looked weak, demonstrate superiority. Break their defiance early. Akron signaled. One of the elite stepped forward, igniting a plasma blade that screamed with white-hot energy. It could carve through starship hulls. Hold still, the warrior growled. This is instructional. Marcus didn't move. The blade came down, an arc of burning light aimed at his shoulder. Akron watched with predatory delight. Then the impossible happened. Marcus raised 2 fingers. The blade struck. Hisses, clink. It stopped, touching his fingers. Not cutting, not burning, not even pushing his hand back. The Varkan warrior froze. Akron's eyes widened. Marcus looked at the blade pinched between his fingers. Recalculate. He gently flicked his hand. The warrior stumbled backward as if hit by a shockwave, the blade deactivating as he crashed into his own squad. Silence. The bay full of soldiers, engineered, armored, combat-trained, stood motionless. Their sensors weren't malfunctioning. Their readings weren't glitched. They simply had no category for what they were witnessing. Marcus dusted his fingertips. This alloy? Not bad. Could use better thermal tuning. Akron took a step back. Her danger instincts, ancient and primal, finally kicked in. Human, what are you? His eyes locked on hers. Someone you should have marked high, threat the first time. Alarms blared. Shields activated. Dozens of guns, cannons, and drones swiveled toward him. Marcus sighed. Here we go. They fired. A storm of plasma bolts filled the docking bay, enough to melt a drop cruiser. When the smoke cleared, Marcus stood untouched. Not burned. Not bruised. Not even annoyed. He flicked his wrist, and the shockwave threw every Varkan within 20 meters to the floor. Akron struggled to stand. This is impossible. Humans do not have this capability. Marcus stepped forward, expression serious now. We didn't. Akron blinked in confusion. But after your empire glassed 3 of our outposts during first contact? After you declared our species non-viable? After you tried to erase us? His voice hardened. We changed. The Varkan had heard rumors. Humans experimenting with psionic reinforcement. Humans pushing themselves beyond normal physiology. Humans surviving environments that killed other species. But this was something else. What are you? Akron whispered again. Marcus' eyes glowed faintly, not mechanical, not cybernetic, something older, awakened. We call it the Oversoul Project. We don't become machines. We don't become monsters. We become the best version of us. He stepped closer. And you invaded during our evolution. Akron trembled, not from fear of death, but from the realization that her empire had miscalculated beyond recovery. You're ascended. Marcus shrugged. Just improved. Why come here? She forced out. Why board our dreadnought? Marcus placed 2 fingers on the metal wall beside him. The hull buckled. The entire dreadnought groaned. "I came to give you one chance," he said softly, almost kindly. "A chance no one gave us." Akron dared a breath. A chance?" Marcus stepped back, lowering his hand. The metal slowly unwarped. "You leave Earth and its colonies alone. You stop your expansion into the Orion corridor. You end your purge orders and remove humanity from your extermination list."
He paused.
"Or I take this dreadnought apart with my hands." Akron's breath shook. Her empire had conquered dozens of species. None had ever made demands. Certainly none had ever made demands alone. Her tablet beeped. The sensors had recalculated. Updated classification. Extreme threat. Hazard rating. Catastrophic. Advisory. Do not engage. Marcus smirked. "Now your sensors make sense." Akron slowly knelt. The Varkan sign of surrender. "H-Human. Marcus Hale, we will update the Imperial Command. Earth will be removed from the purge list." "Good." Akron tried to speak, but fear choked her voice. "You will let us leave?" Marcus nodded. "You'll leave. All of you. Today. And if the Empire returns?" Marcus turned toward the bay doors, his silhouette framed by the vast starfield outside. "Then I'll stop their plasma blades, too." He glanced over his shoulder. "With 2 fingers." Then he walked out, alone, leaving an entire dreadnought of elite alien warriors frozen in silence. The Varkan Empire had miscalculated, and the galaxy would never underestimate humanity again.